Astero Panel. Reverse osmosis technology market has matured in India over the last 10 to 15 years. With easy availability of low-cost membranes and pumps, the only challenge was to have efficient, cost-effective panel and controllers that could automate the operation of the whole plant. Astero panels evolved just to meet that need. These panels can easily support plants right from commercial ROs of 100 litre per hour to industrial systems up to 5000 litre per hour. With the option of controllers, we can offer custom-built panels for any capacity RO system. Our standard Astero panels are packed with a whole lot of features which easily makes them the obvious choice of any system integrator. Now let us see why Astero is the preferred choice of panel. It operates the system automatically based on the levels in treated water and raw water tanks. Starts and stops the plant in the correct sequence. It saves membrane damage because of high pressure. It increases membrane life by flushing it during starting, stopping, and after a set interval of time. It keeps membrane healthy by doing required dosing. Runs plant smoothly, that is, avoids chattering of high pressure pump due to initial dip in suction pressure. Takes care of required motor protection such as overload, single phasing, dry running, etc. Reminds the operator to backwash the filter daily in case of manual pre-treatment and clean the membrane once in a while. Gives plant status, quality, that is conductivity or TDS, quantity, that is flow rate and total volume, currents drawn by individual pump and operation hour at any time. Can optionally give all data to a remote computer or mobile through SMS. Trips the plant in case of over or under voltage and high conductivity or TDS. Depending on your pump configuration, whether it is single phase or three phase, there are different variants available, such as Astero Panel 11, 13 and 33. A standard panel can usually be connected to high pressure pumps up to 3 HP for single phase and up to 5 HP for 3 phase. This panel is also equipped to suit the application with all makes of auto multi-port valve pre-treatment. Panels with higher HP and panels for ultrafiltration UF followed by RO are also optionally available. Astero panels are also available with remote monitoring facility. Unboxing. Now, how do you identify the product that you have ordered? First of all, check the label and see if you have received the control panel as per your specified requirement. For example, if it is Astero 13, that means it is single phase raw water pump and 3 phase high pressure pump. Another way of finding out the panel configuration is by checking the terminal stickers that are placed on both inside and outside of the panel. Let us find out the different components of the control panel. Grey terminals, fuse, MOV, transformer, contactor, power relay, current sensing transformer, PCB, CT connector, FRC, main IC, green terminal, pre-wiring. Before we do the wiring to the panel, check whether available supply is as per the panel configuration. For example, if it is a 1-3 or 3-3 panel, then input supply should be a 3-phase with neutral wire. AC supply with phase to neutral voltage of 230 volts and phase to phase voltage ranging from 380 to 440 volts. Ensure that the incoming power cable is of 2.5 square mm. Wiring connection. After having satisfied the required conditions, connect the wires to their respective input terminals, ensuring that none of the wires are in contact with one another and are properly tightened. Connect level, pressure switches and floaties as per their specified terminals, that is, either it is NO or NC. Connect flow sensor of required line size as per color coding. Installation. The Astero panel is suitable for both wall and panel mount installation. Settings at the time of commissioning. These settings can be easily done by pressing the menu key and selecting settings by pressing stop key. The Astero panel is normally supplied with certain default settings. These settings can be altered based on site or customer requirements. Let us understand some important on-site settings for smooth operation of the plant and longevity. Overload current. Let us now understand how to set overload current. One can digitally set the overload current for motors ranging from 0.5 to 5 HP. These settings can be easily done by pressing the menu key and selecting settings by pressing stop key. Display showing settings. Press menu key. Display will show raw water pump overload current. Press menu key again, then display will show previously set overload current. One can change this value using start and stop keys. After setting the raw water pump current, press menu key. Then the display will show high pressure pump current. Press menu key and display will show previously set overload current. One can change this value using start and stop keys. After setting the high pressure pump overload current, press menu key to save. We recommend to set overload current 20% more than normal running current, which can be checked by using clamp meter or the value mentioned on motor nameplate. Flushing time. The flushing valve remains open for the set time during the startup and shutdown. We recommend the flushing time should be set such that the TDS of reject water drops down to almost equal to the feed water during the starting and stopping sequence. Low pressure switch debounce time. This is the time which helps in avoiding unnecessary chattering of high pressure pump due to initial pressure drop in line. Auto or manual mode. How to change auto or manual mode. Panel has auto manual facility. In case one wants to bypass level and pressure interlocks, he can put the system in manual mode by following the below steps. First of all, stop the plant by pressing the stop key. Now put the system switch to manual position and then reset the power of the panel. Press start key. The display will show manual mode on. In this mode, the start key is used to switch on and off raw water pump. Similarly, stop key is used for high pressure pump. Please note that high pressure pump will start only if raw water pump is on. Also, note that even if the panel is in manual mode, all the motor protections shall remain enabled. Same way, one can switch to auto mode. Advanced options. The panel has following advanced features which can be enabled based on site or customer requirement. Handshake with auto multiport valve based filters. Flow sensor configuration. Conductivity control operation. Time based flushing. High pressure flushing. Dry run protection. AMPV Auto Multiport Valve Setting. Astero panel can support auto multiport valve of all types. This setup should be altered only in case the filter is with auto multiport valve pre-treatment. To turn auto MPV control operation on, enter password 084 and press menu. Display will show MPV control off. To switch it on, press stop key. Then press menu to exit. Now the controller will automatically assign auxiliary input 1 to RL2 and auxiliary input 2 to RL1. Filter backwash can be initiated by a pulse output given by panel based on hours of operation. The high pressure pump will stop immediately and raw water pump will start and stop based on command received from Auto MPV. Enter password 678 and press menu. Display will show HP flushing. Keep pressing the stop key until the display shows auxiliary output and press menu. It will show auxiliary output as alarm by default. You can change it to pulse using the stop key. On pressing the menu key again, it will ask for service time, that is, after how much time AMPV should go to backwash. Set the time in hours and press menu. Keep pressing the stop key until display shows exit. Now press the menu key. Besides those above settings, one will need to do interconnecting wiring between panel and AMPV. Flow sensor configuration. One can directly connect a flow sensor to the panel. Once the flow sensor input is enabled and properly configured, the panel will display the flow rate as well as total quantity of product water. Let us understand how to set the number of sensors connected to the panel and their respective factors. Enter password 678 and press menu. Display will show HP flushing. On pressing the stop key twice, the display will show flow sensors. Press menu key and the display will ask for the number of flow sensors. Press menu key again and enter the number of sensors connected by pressing stop key and press menu twice. Now the display will ask for sensor 1 factor. Sensor 1 is always located on the permeate line. This factor can be found written on the body of sensor. Press menu key and enter the correct factor. If number of sensors selected is 2, then by pressing the menu key again, it will ask for sensor 2 factor. Enter the correct factor and press menu key to end. Now the display will ask for sensor 2 position. Press menu and using the stop key you can choose either inlet or reject option. Choose the required option and press menu key twice to quit. Keep pressing the menu to exit. Conductivity control operation. When the permeate conductivity TDS exceeds set value, then the panel trips showing high conductivity TDS on display if control operation is on. The default setting for control operation is off. How do we enable control operation? Enter password 678 and press menu. Display will show HP flushing off. Keep pressing the menu key until the display shows control operation off. To switch it on, press stop key and press menu to enter. Again, keep pressing stop button until the display shows exit and press menu. How to program the set point? Press menu key and then press stop key until the display shows conductivity and TDS. On pressing the menu key thrice, the display will show set point. Press menu and it will show a previously set value. You can set the required value using start and stop keys. After setting the value, press Menu. The display will show delay time in seconds. You can change the time using Start and Stop keys. Keep pressing Menu button to exit. Time-based auto flushing. Besides the startup and shutdown flushing, one can enable time-based flushing. Here is how we can do the settings for this periodic flushing. Enter password 345 and press Menu. Now the display will show flush operation. On pressing Menu key, it will show flush operation off by default. Using the Stop key, you can turn it on and press Menu key. The display will show flush delay. On pressing Menu key again, it will show previously set delay time. This is the duration of time after which the panel will automatically start flushing. You can set the time in minutes. For your understanding, let's enter 240 minutes and press Menu key. On pressing the Menu key again, the display will show previously set flushing time. This is the duration of time for flushing. That is, for how long you would want the flushing to happen. You can set the time in seconds. Let's enter 25 seconds and press Menu twice to enter and exit. Now after every 4 hours, it will start flushing for 25 seconds. HP flushing. Normally flushing is done by raw water pump, but in case high pressure flushing is required, one can turn on the HP flushing. For that, enter password 678 and press Menu. Display will show HP flushing off. To turn it on, use Stop key and press Menu key to save. Again, keep pressing Stop key till it shows exit and press Menu. In this case, HPP will be on for half the set flushing time. Dry run current settings. If the pump is running without any water, it is termed as motor dry running. That is, current drawn by the motor is less than the normal running current. The controller avoids the dry running of motor by tripping the respective pumps. To set the dry run operation, enter password 123 and press Menu twice. The display will show dry run operation. On pressing Menu key again, the display will show dry run operation off by default. In order to turn it on, use the Stop key and press Menu. Now the display will ask for raw water pump dry current value. This set point has to be between normal current and dry running current. For example, if the dry running current is 3 ampere and normal current is 6 ampere, then one can set it to 4.5 ampere and press Menu to save. Similarly, the high pressure pump dry run current value can be set. Press Menu key to save. By pressing Menu again, display will show Auto Restart off. Now if you want to turn on the auto restart, use Stop key to turn it on and press Menu. After turning it on, press Menu key, it will display previously set auto restart time. That is, once the pump goes dry running, and if auto restart is on, then the motor starts automatically after the set time is elapsed. To exit, press Menu key again. Remote monitoring panel. Our control panel is also optionally available with a remote monitoring facility. The panel SMSs all the operating parameters such as conductivity, flow, motor current and operating hours at a preset interval. It also gives instantaneous alerts to the operator of any fault that might occur in the system. The plant can be started or stopped by a simple command from a registered mobile number. The RM panel can send out alert messages to up to 3 mobile numbers. The advantage of an RM panel is that it alerts you at the right time, which saves you from any kind of inconvenience. Troubleshooting. If there is no display, check supply across Y and N terminals. It should be around 230 volts using multimeter. In case there is no supply, restore proper supply. In case display remains off despite proper input supply, first remove supply. And check fuse. Replace if burnt with new one of 630 mA. Switch on power again. If it burns again, replace fuse as well as MOV of 320 volt. If the fuse is OK, check FRC for loose connection. If it is loose, reinsert it properly. If the display shows low pressure trip or message, first check whether low pressure switch is installed in the line. If yes, ensure that only C and NO of the pressure switch is connected to the panel. If not, connect low pressure switch in line or bypass it by shorting C and NO terminals. If actual pressure in line is lower than the set value, then increase the pressure. If the display shows high pressure fault, if actual pressure in line is higher than the set value, then reduce the pressure. Ensure that C and NO terminals of high pressure switch are connected to the panel. If the display shows treated water tank full despite of low level in treated water tank, first check whether floaty is connected. If not, connect floaty. Else bypass floaty input using the floaty auto bypass switch. Ensure that only C and NC wires of the floaty are connected. If the display shows raw water pump overload or high pressure pump overload, observe trip current displayed on screen. Check whether the overload current set on your panel is 20% more than the normal running current as mentioned on the motor nameplate. Check for loose connection and tighten the wires at pump and panel ends. If the settings and connections are OK, then check the motor. If the display shows raw water pump single phasing or high pressure pump single phasing, then A. Observe current values displayed on screen. If the difference between two values is more than 40%, then check for loose connection and tighten the wires at pump and panel terminal. Check voltages across all phases, that is RY, YB, BR. The voltage should be around 415 volts and should be constant at the time of starting the pump. If the problem persists, get the motor checked. If the display shows high conductivity or high TDS, then the conductivity is more than the set point. Ensure programmed set point is correct. For any further details or query, please contact our nearest dealer or visit our website www.embarkwater.com. Thank you.